How's it going, everybody? This is David Hedge with Two Edges Smash Gaming, and today it's 2 days away from Gen Con, from when I hit the road for Gen Con. Today is the 28th of July, and I want to make sure I got a video out there to you guys. We are going to be unboxing the extras for the Kickstarter version of Power Rangers Heroes of the Grid. It is a massive box, and I can't wait to show you guys what's inside. So let's go over the table, take a look at what's inside, and I guarantee it's going to be more phenomenal, and let's check it out. Alright, here we go. This is the Power Rangers Heroes of the Grid, the big Kickstarter storage box with all the cool stuff in it. I've already ripped open the little bit of plastic on top, full disclosure there, so you guys didn't have to see me try to struggle with it. So let's bust this open and see what is inside, because there is a lot of stuff in there. It's like, see, I told you I was going to try not to struggle with this thing, and I'm still struggling. There we go. First off, Power Ranger Box 1, Dave, nothing. Alright, so I'm going to bust this open here. I really like the artwork on the box here too, so there's that, and let us bust open here, and dun-da-da-da-da. Alright, let's see if we can get under the box. Don't feel like there's any tape there. Nope, we're good. Alright, so here we go. Opening it up, and okay, so we got the boards here. As this is the different type of boards you can use. You got like the shopping mall, and you can have it when they're panicked. Right here. Looks like there's actually two different ways to play. So you got like this is a more combat hit, like the more advanced stage, and then you have this one right here. So that's pretty cool. So you have like little panic levels. So when it reaches a certain number of villains here, or when the big boss comes down, the place gets panicked, and if there's a certain number, it gets panicked at the end of the game, or during the game, the Rangers lose. Oh, good Lord, sweet Jeebus. That is a lot of stuff. Alright, so we have, let's take a look at some of these guys here. See if we can get the tray out. Oh, good Lord. Alright, so it's taped together. Thank goodness. I thought I was ready to drop everything, and I didn't, so let's go ahead and move this over. And of course there's tape, but at least the tape is not that heavy duty. Okay, so I'm going to bust that aside here. I notice what everybody watches, just people trying to struggle with everything there. Alright, so got that opened up. And we have the different expansions in here, like the different extras that you were able to get, the extra putties, the extra Tengu Warriors, stuff like that. And also the extras for the little expansions they included. So let's pull out some of these guys here. So we have Scorpina, also one of my favorite villainesses in the game, or in just in Power Rangers in general. Like, I thought she was really cool. Least favorite, Divatox. Gee, I wonder why. It's cool they have like the sword there for it. Man, these sculpts are actually really nice too. Alright, so we have that. We'll get out the Green Ranger, the Evil Ranger with the sword and his dragon dagger there. Again, like, love the art, like, love the detail on these things too. Like, Renegade Games, you did an amazing job. Here's Lord Zed. Right there. Yeah, I can't wait to actually paint these. Actually, I don't know if I'll paint them or not, because I really like how they look right now, but if I get more comfortable with painting, I'll definitely do it. And here's the Kickstarter exclusive Rita Repulsa that you can use with the cape and everything. There we go. Let's take a look at one of the... Actually, better take a look at the White Ranger. Like, what kind of person would I be if I didn't show off the White Ranger here? So, definitely pretty cool. Love their Saba. Alright, and then you have your regular play patrollers, which are pretty cool, and then you have these super putties, which I really like that they did this. They could have done like Lord Zed's with the Z plate on the chest, so having the super putties right here, that's actually pretty cool. Like, those are from the comics. So alright, so that's level 1. Let's go ahead and move that here. Move that over. Alright, level 2, getting down to nitty gritty. So this is where the extra villains are. Okay, so they did actually do Z putties. That's pretty cool. Alright, so we have the Z putties here, which are Lord Zed's putties, which the only way to defeat them was to hit the Z on the chest, and they blew up. Have like little sword hands there. We have the Tengu Warriors, which made their first appearance in the Power Rangers movie, and then later on, Rita Revolto brought the eggs to Rita as a present. Little bird brains there. Got a bunch of those. So you never have too much foot soldiers, you know? Let's move that over here. And now for the big stuff. Alright, oh, look at Goldar. Alright, so you have Goldar, like awesomeness right here. Really cool. Like, love the wingspan there. We also have Finster, who's a mastermind in the game. We got Finster there. Let's actually turn the light on, because apparently the lights decide to go off outside. Yep, that's right. Somebody didn't pay the light bill on the sun. Alright. Here's Eye Guy, which this was a fan favorite. With him, his center eye basically became like a separate monster, and then you have like his... He was very hard to beat, and he is going to be a tedious sucker to try and paint, but it's going to be a lot of fun doing it, though. So we have that, and then we have Primator, another big bad monster here. And then we have Rhino Blaster, which in the Power Rangers show, he's basically like a football player. He liked to horn in on everything, so... but yeah, like there's the sculpt on him. Again, like I'm very impressed with how these sculpts turned out. Like they did an amazing job. Then you have the Hero Green Ranger. Right there, we have the Ranger Hunter, the Ranger Killer. Kimberly from the comics, The Shattered Grid. Then we have the Red Ranger with the Dragon Dagger and the shield. We have Pumpkin Wrapper right there. Even goes down to the pointy, the little curl on the shoes too. That's pretty cool. Then we have Railbow Goat with the big staff. Like, yeah, these things are amazing. I'll probably said that a couple times already, but I'm not lying. Like, I really... Like, having these on video does not do these things justice. Like, this is actually really, really good. Here we have the Master of Deception. We have Trixie causing an earthquake here, my cat. And then we have Little Baby Alpha 5, who helps out the Rangers in the game. Like, he's actually a playable character, so... so there's that. Let's take a look at some of the character cards for the Rangers. So let's go on ahead and take a look here. So like I said, we have Tommy Oliver, the White Ranger. We have him as the Green Ranger. And each Ranger you're going to see has a different ability. Like this one has Legacy of the Dragon during setup. Add the Dragon Shield, Mighty Morphin Red, and Dragon Dagger, Mighty Morphin Red cards to your starting hand. So you get like a little bit of a hand boost right off the bat. So we have that. We have Kimberly Ann Hart. Like I said, she was the Ranger Slayer. We have the actual another Jason Scott Lee. These are the ones that were placed in the original game. They just have the classic poses on here. The classic artwork for each character. Got Zach Taylor, Kimberly Ann Hart, and Trini Kwan. And then we have different artwork for the White Ranger. Again, you see the difference right here? Like you have the artwork from like the comic books, and then you have the classic art from way back in the day. Same thing with the Green Ranger here. And then you have Rocky DeSantos, Adam Park, Kat Hillard, Aisha Campbell, and then you have the Zords. Now, when you reach a certain number of like foot soldiers you get to beat, you get to power up your Rangers, and you get their Zords. So you have the White Tiger Zord here, you have the Green, you have the Dragon Zord, and each one gives you different powers you can use throughout the game. You have the Grave Zord. So this is for Kimberly Ann Hart, the Rebel Ranger Slayer. So it's basically taking all of the defeated Zords and melding them together and making one awesome Zord like that. And then you have Alpha 5. You cannot move him from the command zone. Well, gee, I wonder why. You cannot perform the battle action. Yeah, I wonder why that too. But you may play cards in every battle. So that's pretty cool. So he gets to actually help out against people in the command zone. That's pretty cool. Can't play in a battle, but you may play cards in every battle regardless of location. When you perform the recover action, you may allow another ranger to recover instead. So that's pretty cool. It's basically like giving out a helping hand. It gives you like the loyal robot rules and support AI. So this actually, if you don't want anybody to play alpha, you can actually use this card here. Basically, as Alpha 5 as an extra member of the team. So that's pretty cool. And then you have the energy tokens here, and you have the Ranger Leader marker as well. And these, like I said, are your energy tokens. There's 2 of these. It starts out in the command zone, and when you run out of those, basically like extra lives in the game. When you run out of those, that's it. Alright, so now we get to the villain cards. So each villain has like their own separate deck of cards, and you have to use these. These are basically all their attacks that they're trying to do. And it also represents their health points in battle. For minor villains, you have like a certain number you have to defeat. Like for the for yellow border cards, these are like the minor villains. But when you get to these cards, these are like the big bosses at the end. So like these are like monsters of the week. So we have like for Finster, let's take a look at Finster's here. So he has like a little bit of a thing here. Alright, so for Finster, he has cards like Freshly Made, deploy 2 Putty Patrollers to this location. So when this resolves, and it's a fast action, which means in the game, if an attack is fast, it goes first before the Rangers get a chance to do anything. So he gets to add 2 Putty Patrollers to that location where he's at. So that's pretty cool. So we have him. We have the Kill Command. Deal 3 damage, increase this damage by 1 for each foot soldier at this location. So if there's like 4 or 5 putties in his location, that's going to be dealing 8 damage to a ranger. Good luck, Rangers, on that one. So we have that, and then, yeah, so he has his kill commands and his freshly made monsters. So those are the only ones that he has. So then we also have stuff like Primator, which has copy confusion. While this card is in play, each time a ranger attacks Primator, deal 2 damage to the lead rangers. So basically Primator is redirecting the attack to the lead ranger. Hence the copy confusion. And this is a passive that means it's on until it gets defeated. So we have Electric Thunder, we have Mimicry, which I love the artwork on that too. Like that's actually, I didn't really notice the green shield on the box. So that's pretty cool. So we have Mimicry, we have Mocking Dance, and then we go in the Pumpkin Wrapper. He has the Hip Hop Bomb Drop. Each ranger must discard 1 card from their hand with an energy cost of 0. There's a few cards that have an energy cost 0, and it takes energy to play cards in the game. 0 ones are really good because they actually can get you more energy, and if he gets rid of those, that's going to be trouble, man. The Rapper's Trap. While this card is in play, each time a ranger attacks this card, they must spend 1 more energy. So basically, Pumpkin Wrapper is all about zapping energy away. This looks weird because it's 2 damage, 2 damage, 2 damage. So it's basically 3 damage or 6 damage that can be divided up 3 different ways, 2 different ways, or somebody could take it just 1 like big 6 damage there. And then we have Spit Hot Fire, and then we go on the Rhino Blaster with his Tackling Charge. We have the Grim Scimitar, Lightning Horn, the Water Mist Breath, the Charging Headbutt. X for Robogoat, sorry, I just went from Rhino Blast to Robogoat. We have the Cloven Combo, which again, 1, 2, 3. We have the Staff Slam, deals 5 damage to the lead ranger. And lead ranger changes from battle to battle, so. Alright. So we have the minor villains there. Now let's get to the big guys here. So we have Goldar, we have the Grudge, we have Heat Beam Eyes, we have the Roaring Slash, and these do a lot more damage. Like for him, it deals 6 damage to the lead ranger, and it's a fast. So it means it's going to happen right off the get-go. You have Vengeful, then Lord Zed. Okay, here's the one I want to get to. Each one has like the back. Oh, that's awesome. All right, so each villain ones will have the backs there. Alright, so we have the Aura of Doom. While this card is in play, each time a ranger plays a card with an energy cost greater than 0, deal 2 damage to that ranger after the card resolves. Alright, that's pretty cool. So he gets to, he's basically hurting them for every time they try and do something. We have Cruel Strike. We have the Darkness Burst. We have Inferno. We have Z Lightning. Deal 12 damage divided among the rangers as they choose. This could be a ranger killer. And then we have Scorpina right there. She has her Boomerang Blade. She has a Deadly Stinger. She has the Fainting Slash, the Scorpion Strike, the Sweeping Slash, and then we get to Master of Deception, which this is a little bit different from the artwork they had previewed for the cards, so I'm actually glad they went with that instead of the other one where it's just him, like a full body one, like having the face actually helps out with that. So you have Banishment, Dark Knowledge, Foul Ritual, we have a Shadow Pact, and finally the Shadow Phantasm. So that's all those, and now let's take a look here at the Ranger cards. And looks like the rest of the Fencers cards are there as well, so that's pretty cool. Alright, so, and we actually have Eye Guys we need to get to too, because it didn't look like Eye Guys was in there. So, yeah, so we have Eye Guy, the Evil Ranger, we have the Pipe Patrollers, Tengu, and we have the Boss and Monster ones. So it's pretty cool. I'll get with that in a sec, so we'll jump to that. Alright, so for the Tengu Warriors, we have Deadly Talons, we have Fly Away, which moves the Tengu to another location that is not packed or panicked, so he can actually help it be panicked. We have the Piercing Screech, we have a Swarm Attack, and now we get to the Z Putty Patrollers. So we have Fierce Strike, we have Overwhelm, Self-Destruct. While this card is in play, each time a Z Putty Patroller card, including this one, is defeated, deal 2 damage. So even if they're defeated, they're going to be taking out somebody. The Z Shield, which drains 2 energy from the Rangers. They get to choose like how they want to distribute that. And now we'll get to the big bosses here. So we have the Dragon Dagger for the Evil Green Ranger. We have the Dragon Rush, Dragon Shield, the Sword of Darkness. Alright, now for Eye Guy, we have the Devour Mind, Focused Fire, we have Optic Blast, and Shattered Visage. And then the rest of the Fencers, we have the Artistic Genius and Crafted Cannon. Deal 3 damage to 2 different Rangers, drain 3 energy. That's really cool. Alright, so we have all of those. And finally, we have the Power Rangers cards themselves. And you may wonder with this here, so you saw these backs earlier. So with this, this tells you where they go. So for example, if these are shuffled up, it would tell you when you flip this over, it would say 3 Z Putties at the power plant. And then if the boss comes up, depending on what boss you use, you flip over to the next one as well. So it would be, for example, so let's say Robo-Goat's involved here. So you flip it over, it has a monster, Robo-Goat, and then you flip again for the Z-Pipe Patroller, which would be into, or actually it would be the Z-Pipe Patroller first, so it'd be like this, sorry. So if you get ready to flip, so it's 3 Pipe Patrollers, and then they have this one, so then it would be 3 Pipe Patrollers and the Robo-Goat at the power plant. So, and each one of the monsters that came in this will have those cards. Alright, so that's that, there's those. And then we have the Power Rangers cards themselves, which are different attacks with different Rangers. It tells you which Ranger it goes to. So you have like a Fainting Slash, you have Flash Kicks, Flying Tiger, Guardian Armor, and you have for the Green Ranger, you have his Blade Blaster, the Dragon Solo, or Dagger Solo, Dragon Dagger, see that's where I was getting that from. And then you have for Kimberly Hart, the Rebel Ranger Slayer, you have the Bow of Darkness, a Blade Blaster, you have the Piercing Shot, the Terror Kick, and the Scorned Shot, and Veteran Instincts. And then you have the different other attacks for Alpha 5, which he lets you energize. This is the Dragon Dagger and the Shield for the Red Ranger with the Green Ranger's equipment. Emergency Shield, play this card. A Ranger suffers damage to reduce the damage by 2. Recover Protocol, Go-Go, and Teleport. And I know there was a little bit, but there was a lot of stuff to cover in that box, but that is what comes inside the big, gigantic extras box for Power Rangers Heroes of the Grid. Well, there you have it. That's what's inside the Power Rangers Heroes of the Grid Extras box, is basically what I'm calling it. It's a huge storage box. That's just the extras. There's so many miniatures in there, and it has all the extra Z putties, Tengu, Super putties, Putty putties. Like, the sculpts of these things are amazing, and Renegade Games, you went over the top with it, and I appreciate it. As a Power Rangers fan, as a miniatures fan, like, you guys are amazing, and thank you so much for running this Kickstarter. It was 1 year ago after I got back from Gen Con. It was up and running. I'm like, you know what, this is the first Kickstarter I'm ever going to do, and Renegade Games, you did not disappoint, so thank you so much, and I cannot wait to play this game either at Gen Con or when I get back from Gen Con in a few days. So, but right now, I got stuff I gotta pack up. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Thank you for checking out all our videos. We have new subscribers, new followers on Facebook. And you guys, all I gotta say is this, you're amazing. And I hope you guys are enjoying what you're seeing. And if you're not enjoying it, you're at least letting us know how to improve. And for that, I thank you. So guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. You can always go to our Facebook page at facebook.com/2edgesmashgaming to know what we're doing, especially with Gen Con coming around the corner. It's going to be busy. It's going to be a lot of fun though, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you guys join us for the ride, because on Facebook we'll be doing like walkthroughs of the convention center. On YouTube we're going to have a bunch of videos when we come back, so just keep watch on it. If you like what you're seeing here, click the bell above so you never miss an upload. Give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down or a thumbs in the middle. If you can create a thumbs in the middle just in the comments below, and that's perfectly fine with us too. But seriously guys, thank you so much for watching these videos. Just spread the word. 2 Edges Smash Gaming is here. It's your alternative for anything gaming. And guys, until I get back from Gen Con, take care.